Hello, I'm Ricky Sayer. In the spring of 2015, the Lower Merion School District Inter-School Council presented a report to the district on the issues of sleep and later school start times for LMSD high schoolers. They conducted a 9-question survey that was sent out to all high schoolers regarding their sleep patterns. Close to 50% of all Lower Merion School District high school students responded to the survey, which had astonishing conclusions. The Ricky Report is the first time that a summary of the results of that survey will be published to the community. Nationally, the average amount of sleep that high school students get is 7 hours. Now keep in mind that the National Academy of Pediatrics recommends that teens get 8.5 to 9.5 hours of sleep. When I tell you that in Lower Merion, the average amount of sleep that high school students get is 6.5 hours, it's a half hour lower than the national standard, and more importantly, 2 hours lower than the minimum sleep amount recommended. In fact, only 3.6% of Lower Merion School District high school students get the recommended 8.5 hours of sleep. So why is it bad that students don't get enough sleep? Well, according to the ISC report, sleep increases the incidence of depression, stress, obesity, substance abuse, and increased amounts of drowsy driving incidents and fatalities. In fact, a study found that teen drivers who slept less than the recommended 8 hours of sleep are 1/3 more likely to crash. In addition, insufficient sleep decreases learning, concentration, and memory, as well as academic achievement. The survey that Lower Merion School District students answered asked students if and how the amount of sleep they got affected their high school experience. Students listed the constant exhaustion, decreased focus and concentration, difficulty learning when tired, mood changes, feeling ill, and more. The survey also found that 17% of students fell asleep in class 1 day a week or more. 64% of students had difficulty focusing in class due to sleepiness and 1 day a week or more, and 43% of students napped after school 1 day a week or more. So why do Lower Merion students get so little sleep? Well, the survey posed this question, and it found that the top 2 factors that restrict the amount of sleep that students have are homework and early school start times. Here in Lower Merion School District, high school begins at 7:30 a.m. It's an hour earlier than what the American Academy of Pediatrics says is the earliest that middle and high school should start at, which is 8:30. Research would indicate that pushing school start times back would not mean that students would go to sleep later, because the true reason students go to bed so late is that the chemicals that regulate sleep, like melatonin, are delayed in teenagers, which causes teenagers to physically not be able to fall asleep until after 11 a.m. So again, what that means is that even if you push school start times back, people are not going to fall asleep later. They're going to fall asleep at the same time. I'll be going into all of the obstacles regarding a later school start time on a later date. Again, the forum is at Radnor on Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. and is expected to talk about both the advantages and disadvantages of moving back school start times. You can watch all my reports online at youtube.com/Ricky Reports. Reporting live from the Harriton High School TV studio for HHS TV, I am Ricky Reports.